I have a code 3. I need medical assistance at Bridge Street next to the skate park.
He's inside of me! Help me! Houston! Help me! Out! Daddy! Daddy! Now get the hell out of my car!
Am I just talking to you? I'm not looking over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So my name.
You do work in.
Yeah.
You are an actor.
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're aware of the concept of a fourth wall?
Yeah. Okay. Just checking we've got a fourth wall.
Yeah.
So my name is Saunderson, and I am more known today for my emotional content online. Most notably TikTok.
You're an actor.
Yeah.
And let's just, as any good actor, let's just get your IMDb page up. Police officer saves baby from sinking car, of course. Husband finds out wife sleeping with his dad. Detective discovers victim's body is his mum. It's all kind of a genre, isn't it?
Hard-hitting, powerful, emotional, tragic scenarios. You know, the most sort of unimaginable scenarios one could ever sort of hope to experience.
Because it's always 100 miles an hour, isn't it?
Exactly.
You come in, there's no build-up, it's just straight in at the most bleakest point you can imagine.
That's correct.
I mean, you say you do stories. Can you call them stories if you just the saddest bit? Do you understand? Because I mean, if I'm a story sort of has a beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah.
Whereas yours just seem to have some murder-suicides.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm reading a bedtime story to my daughter, you know, there'll be an introduction where we meet the characters. Yeah. There'll be a middle section where there's some kind of conflict needs resolving, and an end where they live happily ever after. But if I was to try and read one of your stories to my kids, it would just be, I love kids. you know, and I'm not sure she would be going to bed feeling as sort of happy about the world. No. Do you understand?
It is very, you watch a movie and you get to that point where it's the most dramatic moment. It is very much that most dramatic moment.
And you think, fuck the rest of the movie off, just get to that.
But I think, you know, obviously the way social media works is you haven't got time to create a half an hour story.
I think what's fascinating about you is that you've taken the dramatic arts, stories, and you've just stripped back all the unnecessary things like plot, character development, setting, mise en scène. You've sort of created the emotional equivalent of a cum shot compilation. Try not to cry challenge. That seems to be the Lewis Saunderson method.
But I think I've always kind of hit it sort of high and hard, like from the very beginning in terms of level of emotion.
Yeah.
I don't think I've kind of worked my way up to it. Sort of.
You're not a big build-up guy. No foreplay.
No.
Straight in the arse.
Yeah. Obviously, this is also a living for me. I probably only film about 3 a week. That does give me then still a lot of time to not be in that state of emotion.
Yeah, and where do you get the ideas from? I mean, are you going through kind of therapist bins? What's the I presume there's kind of you've got like a tombola thing where it's like, right, family member, awful disease, and then a sort of an important day. So sort of mother-in-law, leukemia, World Cup final. And then that's...
I've lost everything! I've got nothing left!
So have we had any acting work at all?
Yes, I have,
Before the videos?
Before social media was a thing for me,
What acting jobs did you have?
So I'm in a movie called The Lost Choices, British feature film that you can buy on Amazon. At the moment, it's more people wanting me to go on to podcasts, and also I just landed a brand deal with Marc Jacobs clothing line in New York. So I've just done some promos for them.
So clothes to wear when your wife's been found dead on your wedding day?
Well, could have been.
Your target audience is between 18 and 24.
Yeah.
Is that IQ or stone?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Okay. You say you're raising awareness.
Yeah, so very much when I started out, I was taking that angle, but now I've kind of removed the awareness part from the description on my platforms.
The causes you've raised awareness for recently include paramedic realises victim is twin brother, dad falls from cliff while walking with son, groom finds sister dead on wedding day, boyfriend with no legs finds out he's a dad. I have to say, the more I watch your videos, the less aware I am.
So the boyfriend with no legs finds out he's a dad, again taken from a movie.
Have you ever tried to do, thought of doing boy with no dad finds out he's got legs? Dad, look! You know?
But I do like it.
Because when I look at your performance, I think Oscar Pistorius. That's a good idea for a video. Boyfriend with no legs finds girlfriend taking shit on brand new Japanese toilet.
I like it.
I look at your performance, I think Olivier Pistorius, Oscar's brother. He had no arms, but he kicked a woman to death for being on her period. Have you ever thought about doing stuff that's more true to your own life? Man finds out his tattoos are shit.
Again, I could do it. I could make it work. When I do put out videos that are a little bit, believe it or not, subtle in terms of not as much spit.
I'm not sure I've seen those. Where are the subtle ones? What are the subtle
ones? Not as much spit.
Talk me through some of your subtler videos. What are these stories?
Where there's not as much spit or snot. Right. I get a lot of.
So subtlety to you is getting rid of the mucus.
Well, if there is less
mucus.
The real followers don't like those videos. They want the snot. They want the tears. They want the pain. They want the ugly crying. They want.
That's what they want.
That's what they want.
Have you ever shot yourself for a video? It feels like that's the next stage, isn't it?
No, I could, but no. I mean, I wouldn't. But
you could shoot yourself on cue.
Well, I would have to get it ready. You know, when you know it's coming, then I'd have to quickly get in front of the camera. But
right,
I'm not going to go.
That's not shitting on cue, though, is it?
Well, yeah, because when
that's waiting to shit and then first starting the production.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. No, yeah,
See,
I can't.
Professional actors. You know,
no, my bowels are quite
no
good.
offence, but Hollywood actors, the cameras turn on, the lights, action, they shitting right there and then.
Yeah. But I won't shit myself for TikTok. No.
Have you ever thought about who's watching these videos? It's the same, you know, if it's the same people who watch cum shot compilations, I'm like, who are these people? They only eating puddings? Like, what's their vibe? Going into a library, reading the last line of every book? I don't understand, you know.
I mean, a lot of people.
Do you ever wonder what percentage of your followers are laughing at you? Is it 99 or 100?
I'm sure there are, you know, many that laugh as well and find what I do hilarious. And this guy must be taking the piss and whatever. But then I know the interaction I have with my fans that completely get it and love it and support it.
And what's that like? What do they say?
Well, they say that, you know, I've inspired them to take up drama at school and want to become an actor. And now this is something that they want to do because they've now feel like they've got the confidence to be able to sort of, you know, see that through. And I love to hear stuff like that, you know, because that's, you know, inspiring.
That's one of the stupidest things I've ever heard.
I mean, my favourite era of films is really from the late 80s all the way through to the 90s. I know there was some effects stuff happening, but it was very much more based on the storytelling, whereas today everything's very much, you know, more about the effects over story, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, some of my favourite actors...
So you're criticising feature films for not prioritising story. You ever thought about doing panto?
I've done panto in the past.
Have you?
Yes.
What on earth was that like? Man finds out people are behind him. You know, critics sort of say that you're not a skilled actor, and that all he does is just make videos about the absolute worst thing that can happen. You know, the untalented Mr. Rapley. The TikTok algorithm rewards different length videos at different times, doesn't it? So, and there seems to be a move towards longer and longer videos.
Correct.
So I guess you're going to have to start introducing more context, nay, I say story, into your little vignettes, where perhaps, you know,
I think TikTok's up to 30 minutes now, isn't it?
God, now what the fuck does a 30-minute Lewis Saunderson video
well,
look like?
That is a story.
30 minutes, just end.
Yeah, but who's got time to watch a 30-minute video?
Why don't we live out a sort of movie-style fantasy? You know, you ever wanted to You ever wanted to act with the greats like Al Pacino?
Yeah.
How about I'll be Al Pacino,
Yeah.
and you're a woman, and
Yeah.
you've just found out that I've just been cheating on you.
Okay. How long? I thought you loved me. Why?
She got a great ass!
Is that what we do? We shake hands after?
You're great, by the way.
Thank you.
I felt the Al Pacino.
Yeah. I can do several impressions. Well, I can't.
And you've kind of got the Al Pacino look.
I can't do many impressions. I can do Al Pacino in Heat for that 10 seconds. I can do someone who's recently been assassinated, which is also full body disabled. So how about we do a scene where I'm Stephen Hawking and you find out that I've been cheating on you, which did actually happen. Do you know that?
No.
Yeah, Stephen Hawking cheated on his wife with his carer for 6 months.
Right.
So here we go. Woman finds out full body disabled husband's been cheating on him with his carer for 6 months. Action.
Stephen, is it true what I'm hearing? Stephen, talk to me. Just nod if it's true. How could you do that to me? After everything I've done for you. Well, you can have her. I want nothing more to do with you, you piece of shit.
Sorry, this is my stepson, by the way. This is Jeffrey. It's bringing a kid to work day, so he's quite tall for his year, as you can see. Unusually smelly. Takes after his mother. 9 years old. Look at that. His mother drank too much Huel when he was in the womb, so he actually hit puberty in utero. There's quite a lot of that about now. You know Luke Littler?
No.
No, he's got it. I mean, what's a career advisor to do with that? Do you know what I mean? He's struggling with his confidence a bit. He's got a whole host of things going on, too many to list. But I'm wondering if we could do maybe, you say you were a drama teacher.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do a bit of an acting game.
Yeah.
Are you aware of the Meisner technique?
Yeah.
So this is, my understanding is this is, you just say one sentence back and forth between two actors, and it doesn't really matter about the words, because it's all about, through repetition, you gain a kind of emotional height. So if, as an sort of little example, if we were to just play it, in the sentence is, I'm looking at you. So I'd say, I'm looking at you.
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 I look at you.
I look at you.
I look at you.
I look at you.
Look at you. Oh, fuck's sake, Jeffrey. What's happened in your own life that's sort of given you this radar for tragedy?
Nothing significant. It's more just I'm able to tap into that emotion and sort of portray that heightened emotion, and so I'm just that's what I do. I know it seems like I have some deep-rooted pain that I'm sort of drawing upon, but I don't really. It's just I sit quite comfortably in that style of acting. You know?
The videos are all of the same sort of tone.
Yeah.
And so what you do on social media is you just put a little caption over what the scene is.
Exactly.
So that people can immediately get. And what I guess you could do is you could just use the same footage and just repurpose the scenario, which is quite an efficient way of, reaching people. And I mean, let's just go look at some of your videos that you could repurpose. You've got
What the fuck is wrong with
betrayed paedophile discovers guy he's just sucked off is actually 20. We've got NASA discovers planet of 12-year-old boys, but it takes so long to get there that by the time Space Peter arrives, they're all turned 18. Goodbye kiss there. Snow Nonce gets caught in blizzard while searching Antarctica for 1,000-year-old boy preserved in ice.
What do you want from me?
Scout leader tragically falls off cliffs before he gets to molest the group. Sad face. And then, last but not least, paedophile caver discovers 12 Thai boys trapped in a cave but gets told he has to rescue them. Tragedy.
That is tragic. I'm sort of quite proud to say that my younger brother does help me with a bunch of them each month, but sort of 70% of the time I'm doing it all myself. You know, set up and lighting and filming and editing.
You can tell.
Marketing and distribution, and you know, I sort of am a one-man band.
Which is called famously the worst type of band.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess the question on everyone's lips is, do you have brain damage?
No.
No.
Not that I'm aware of.
No. I guess that is the thing about brain damage, though, isn't it? Sort of complete ignorance doesn't know itself. Obviously, everyone's first experience of acting is the school nativity play.
Yeah.
What were you?
Oh, God, I can't even remember. I did do one.
Must have done.
Can't remember.
Really?
But it wasn't a big part. I was like a star or something. I was literally in the background or a part of the scenery.
Right.
I don't even think I...
But do you reckon you've got unfinished business? Do you reckon you'd like to play Joseph?
Well, yeah, let's give it a shot.
Action!
Mary rode to Bethlehem on a donkey with Joseph walking by her side. She was about to have a baby, so it was a long and dangerous journey.
I am so tired, and we've got nowhere to stay.
Don't worry, Mary. You can trust me. There's an inn just up here.
Oh no, more customers.
Mary and Joseph finally arrived at the inn. Mary's back was very sore and Joseph's feet were hurting.
I'm sorry, there's no room at the inn.
But Joseph, he promised.
She's pregnant! Please let us in, please, God!
And scene. Where did we find him? Lewis is going to do some crying. Is everyone all right with that?
He's just going to start screaming.
And if it gets scary, just put your hand up and we'll stop, basically.
But Joseph, you promised.